Hello, very beautiful and brave, awakened soul. So I don't know what's going on with you, but it's a lot. It is crying, anger, like it's so much energy. And I'm gonna help you navigate because something's telling me you don't wanna go home. You don't wanna go home. I'm not going home. Oh. Like that kept coming through. And then Jericho, walls come down like Jericho. So there's music playing in my head that's telling me there's something you've learned, okay? And it's, your life is just falling apart. It's like a lot of crumbling energy in this, and you're very angry, but you're pushing through. So I have you as this teacher in reverse. And it was telling me you have learned some information that is very destructive, very, very destructive. And has you walking in life pacified, you're pacifying your dreams. And we're not about that life today, okay? I'm really strongly hearing some chatter about things that you have put aside, and you're trying to revisit something really important to you, but you just can't get to it. It's like all this frustrating energy keeping you bound, okay? So I guess we're gonna start with this deck today. See what's going on. It feels, I'm telling you, it feels so hard to even get and navigate here, which is why you're a very beautiful and brave soul, because you're going to go deep into yourself here. You're going to look at stuff that you're going to look at people apparently also that are dragging you back, dragging you down. I'm not going home. Like, I need to look up what Jericho means. But I'm just going to go intuitive here. So I got prodigy. I'm not going home because I'm a prodigy. But prodigy, okay, I got it. So yes, you have discovered something about yourself. I don't know, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Ooh. Okay, so there are those that drown us and those that pull us out. So you have discovered there's a situation going on around you that's just drowning you. It's just, I mean, like, when I say I went through an emotional roller coaster today trying to figure out your energy, it's like I couldn't quite find out what the issue was. And I'm being shown that you have been so psychologically manipulated that I even want to start this message over. Should I though? Like, I really don't want to. I don't know what's going on. Prodigy with what's going on. So behind the veil, I'm not going home. Home. People don't rebel. People don't rebel against what they don't know exists. You have discovered something that you didn't know was real. Are you looking at a map? Are you going somewhere? Are you thinking of, okay, I'm not going home. You're going somewhere else. There's a map. So you've seen something somewhere else. You want to travel across water. There's a boat. Jericho, walls come down like Jericho. Walls come down. What are the walls are coming down? Something about like deconstructing, decluttering. And you've discovered something that you don't understand. You didn't know it existed. And now that you know it existed, you can't unsee it. You're not walking through life blindly anymore, but it's also terrorizing you. I got the president on the top. No more president, huh? In your life. R. Kelly. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. But what I'm like getting with that is like, your mind is telling you no, but your body's telling you yes. Your mind might be making you feel crazy because you were taught the wrong shiz. You hear me? So here you are walking blindly in life. You're like, fine, I'm gonna go do this. You see the world collapsing. You see it. What is this? With ghost hunters under it? Let's do this investigation, because what's under R. Kelly? Active imagination. Yes, you've activated your imagination. It's online now. You see that there was a lot of restriction going on. Disassociate. David Icke, which was one of the splits in a minute ago. You might be looking into reptilians, epigenetics, and you may have discovered you might be some other species. You heard me correct. So I have vampires on the top here, and then this inner earth. Okay, so we're gonna go deep today. Let's do it. I actually need to pull some tarot to ground this message, but be so, not eccentric, that's not the word I want. There is something trying to, in your head though, because everything's mental, unfortunately. We're imagining this hallucination experience called life. And in this dream mode that we're in, you're reactivating codes that were dormant and turned off. And now, told you, you're getting on a boat. You're getting on a boat. And this could be metaphoric. Both water element cards. Well, this is Swords, but she's in water. And this is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're romanticizing your life. No, you're going back to your teenage brain. There's a version of you got real excited. Maybe you went on a vacation. Somebody went on a boat. I don't know. You have discovered that it is time to get moving. It is time to get moving and grooving, because there's a lot going on and we're not playing these games with these monsters that want to piddle paddle, diddle daddle with our brains. Something's messing with your mind. And it's something you were taught, and you're very irritated, you're very emotional, and you're trying to walk blindly in the situation. You're willing to walk blindly. You're willing to take this gamble. You realize there's a fear. There's a fear here. I am so intrigued by this spread here, because it actually doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's so polarizing. We have somebody who studies what's going on in the shadow government. His name's David Icke. And under him is epigenetics, telling me there's something in your codes that you're turning on, and you're saying, okay, I'm here to learn. What is it? I'm showing up as a student. I may have been doing it wrong before, but now I'm willing to learn. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. And this active imagination with the disassociation and the president in the middle is fascinating. Disassociation. Are you needing to disassociate and disconnect from like the mainstream stuff? Like, I really hope so, because I couldn't even possibly watch that stuff. Jericho, Jericho, walls come down like Jericho. I think that was something, this is like, oh yeah, with inner earth, the ocean. Look what, remember I said, you see the water, there's something going on with the water. You're holding this globe between these two decisions that you can make, these actions, but you're waiting. You're like, I did something. You see something, your third eye, you're here to make this decision. And you're willing to do it in any way possible, anything necessary. And I feel like you've been maybe lashing out or completely being just upset. There's a lot of energy, a lot of fire, upset, like I'm pissed, like what? Okay, but don't stay stuck. Don't stay stuck. Release a burden, release the burden. Don't stay stuck. We have some ghosts to hunt here. You learned something. You want to rush towards what you learned. You're a student, but you're the teacher. It's very interesting. Why am I perceiving this as a student? Teacher. Okay. Because I believe you're mature. I want to say you feel mature past student level, as if you've learned something and you've been actively going through your life, doing the things, walking blindly, and it just doesn't work anymore. So as your mind's telling you no, and you feel the urge, your body telling you yes, you are trying to go towards some of the more sacred information, some of the deeper truths. I'm seeing somebody wants to be an investigator, or like you're very interested. I really see like reptiles. I don't really know what to say there. I'm getting surgeon with that barber pole. Surgeon blood. What's in your blood? It's ancient. And I'm actually getting ant people, which is really strange that I would get that from the ant. Ant people, blood. There's something going on here. It's weird. This is existential tarot for a reason. Like I'm not just on the shallow, like we're just diving deep in the ocean here, and I'm seeing you. The alchemist is poking out. Alchemical, scientist. Who are you? What's going on? Jericho, Jericho, walls come down. Walls come down like Jericho. Slave. You ain't nobody's slave. You broke. Listen. You have discovered. You've done enough research. See my hair coming apart? You've done enough research here onto something that you recognize that you were subservient to something. And you're like, hell no, get me out of this. No, you received this communication. Reality is stranger than fiction. You aren't lying. You're somebody who tends to watch a lot of, you're flooding your mind with a lot of documentary type of stuff, like whatever I don't even know how to explain what they're putting out there right now in the world, but it's like the shapeshifters, Hollywood, false leaders, that kind of stuff. It's stranger than everything you know. It's stranger than that, it's different, it's crazy. Ant people are like, I feel like you might want to go investigate. Like I see Bigfoot, I see caves. You're not okay with life right now. You're not okay. You're upset. Doesn't matter how much money they pay you, you're upset. You got to disassociate from this. Who's leading your thoughts? It's weird. Okay. I'm so uncomfortable. Right, because we're dealing with a reptilian. chemistry. When I just saying that, like sciencey, biology, archaeology, we discover, like you're like, I'm the scientist. I don't need you. Why would I need you to do my own research? That's the whole point. We learned how to do a hypothesis. Like, science is about repeating scientific experiment to like get to a math equation thing that says like, probably this is true. You know what I mean? Science isn't I'm so annoyed with this message. But chemistry and fluoride is here. And it's just telling me that you are studying information that's decalcifying you. You were a slave. You were a slave. And that's upsetting because you realize this is all a dream. You used to read Word Up magazine. Back in 90s, it was, you know, clean, and now it's just dirty. It's like, I just see this, I see this awakening happening inside of you. That's, you might be a little paranoid. Fluoride and chemistry, that is telling me that you have understood that you need to cleanse your body, yourself, 1616. And you're not satisfied with your life, with where things are going. Yeah, let's get some psychology. I want some psychology in this message, please. And thank you, Spirit. Some psychology or some Bible. I don't know what's going to come out. Jericho, Jericho, walls come down like Jericho. Jericho, we got ghost hunters here. Are you wanting to maybe, you could even want to go do that. Like, you could be very into the supernatural right now. Wanting to investigate. I'm telling you, you have something to investigate. I just did this. Victim mentality. At the same time, the victim, you cannot have a reality if you don't have an identity. Ooh, this is what it is. You cannot have a reality if you do not have an identity. And you cannot have an identity if you don't have self-love. And you cannot have self-love if you do not have object constancy. And you cannot have object constancy if you constantly split. I get it. I get it. So you just woke up, didn't you? So something that you're going through, okay, the best advice in this moment is to not split into black and white thinking, where that is good and this is bad, vice versa. Because when our mind splits, disassociation with the president. R. Kelly, my mind's telling me no, but my body, active imagination, your epigenetics, monsters. Release and forgive yourself. I'm getting this here too. For all that is in the world, the desire of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and pride and possessions is not from the Father, but it is from the world. You're like, I'm ready to sell all my stuff and move to Bora Bora. I'm moving to Jamaica. I'm moving to Iceland. I'm out of here. You are not okay right now. And God's calling you. Like, you're being navigated. That's the boat. That's the boat. People, okay, we're not about to do that page again, guys. Identify your values and determine if they are being displayed in the interaction. That's so, yeah, you have a leader in your life. You're faithful and loyal to this leader. But you're like, no, I might need to get out of here. I might need to travel to water, near water, over the water. Like, but you're like unsure how much, because you're a little bit clouded by the betrayal part. You feel very betrayed that this would happen. You're deeply relying on luck right now, not hard work. And that's actually the key. So before, you used to work really hard for something, and now you're like, what did that do for me? You may have lost your job. And you're sitting here trying to figure it out. Like, I need to make a decision. I'm seeing, what's that place? I just saw it. It starts with a P, I think. I don't know. I saw you going somewhere. I'm not good with maps. It's like Eastern Europe. Western Europe, I think. Portugal? I don't know. So, do you make this decision is the question. You're carrying this strong burden here. It's heavy, but you're rushing in with this knowledge. Like, look, you're running towards, why are you running towards the burden? You're running to destroy it. I'm telling you, walls come down like Jericho. This is the walls come down like Jericho. This is you saying, this is all your burdens that you've been carrying for way too long. And this is you rushing to those burdens to just tear it down. You're like, I'm not going to carry any of this anymore. None of it. I see you telling this person, that person, every person, because here you are, the Queen of Wands, like, try me. Try. The level of battery that will come out of your mouth right now is aggressive. Righteously, though. It's like a righteous aggression that you feel towards a high-ranking official in your life, whoever that may be. It could be literally president, but it could just be leader, or it could be you wanting to become president of your life again, so you can get out of this disassociated state. You feel like, oh, and you see how I just knocked that over in the Queen of Cups. You're like, I want to get back to my loving self. I want to be in love again. I want the romance of life. It's clearly out there in the world. Like, you don't have to go quite far. You could actually go outside and there's romance in the air, but you are battling this anger. It's very built up. You cried for help. You asked for help, something like that. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me. Active imagination. Your mind is playing this trick on you. So I want to ask about that. Since this has been a very challenging message to get into, your civil rights. You're so pissed. Like, how could they do this type of thing? You trusted something. You trusted. It's all done. It's all came down. You have to put yourself first in the situation. You have to say, like, it's about me, not about you. I'm not here for you. Who are you? You clearly, whoever this person, like, that you're talking to, you don't know. Why aren't you teaching me about this? You're like, I'm learning all this stuff from regular people. Don't folk. This is such a weird channel. Walls come down. Your walls are coming down. Okay, but I also see that actually a prison cell. The walls are coming down and you're like looking around like, whoa, oh, because it was a mental trap the whole time. You were in this mental slave trap. You know what I love? I see where we're going with this now. It took me a minute to understand. It's like you were a prisoner and you're in the cell and you're like stuck. You've been stuck for so long, but it was so long that you never expected to walk out of this jail cell. But your imagination really got stirring. Something inspired you. And you said, I'm just going to take a crazy leap of faith here. That if anything comes from this message, it's take a leap of faith. No fool card. We don't need the fool card to know what the hell it's saying. It's saying you have seen something. You could have literally seen something glitch. You could have, forgot to turn the fan on again. You could, I'm telling you, you started to see the faces change. A narcissist is important because I did see that, and I was talking too fast that I couldn't quite relay what went through my mind really fast. But it was like, oh, so there was a level of narcissism taught to you where, oh, that was the splitting. If you're still here dealing with my crazy today, I see the split now. You learned narcissistic behavior tendencies and became a part of a mob. I don't know. And somehow the split your mind. The mob is anything. It could be, you could be a part of a sports team affiliation. A group, a mob is a group in psychology. It's what it is. It's almost a cult, okay? And you were just in this group like, not sure I belong here because I'm not sure the value system here is aligned with our highest good. Like, what are we doing? Is this good for me? No. So you've identified someone's mask. What is spirit? Your spirit is what is within you. Your body connects you to your environment around you. Your spirit is what connects you to God. It is important to acknowledge the spirit within you because the spiritual dimension, which we cannot see, is very real. And spirits can influence and control your mind, body, and spirit. It's important to know the Holy Spirit. It's something you receive once you remove yourself from sin and separate yourself from evil influences. So I'm not religious, but I understand what that means. And it's real. And once you see it, it's like when you're a kid and you're covered by grace, right? And God keeps you protected for a while until you make a choice, which is where you're standing right now at this choice. And God's like, all right, you have requested an Uber or whatever. I'm here to pick you up. And you're confused. You don't trust quite yet what you should do next. You're so dependent on what you have been previously taught and learned and practiced, and also then taught yourself. So you could have taught your children, you could have taught whoever. This was your identity for a while. But look where it's gotten you. You're like pissed, angry, frustrated, and hung up on what to do now, not sure, unable to move, but also carrying such a heavy, heavy load on your back. Why go through all of this? Why put myself through this torture when I could just change my situation? Well, you feel attached to this cult. And I say cult because at first it was a mob, but we'll just say group. It's a group dynamic that you're connected to. And this group dynamic is running in that insanity loop, where you're like, I'm no longer insane. So I can't participate in insanity. I don't think this is what's going on. You're in a group and they're insane. Clinically or not, I don't care. I'm not diagnostic, okay? But I see a group of people that are insane, meaning they wake up every day and do the same thing. And to me, that's what insanity is. And you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be insane with you guys. You guys are nuts. Don't you see? Did you not look up the documentary that I watched last night? You're just watching stuff. You're looking into the deeper truths. I'm so proud of you. Can you be proud of yourself? It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey coming home. That's why you don't want to go home, because home isn't a physical house. You're reestablishing in your mind what home means. It's not that physical house structure place that you're so comfortable with, whatever. You could have moved 7 times in the last year for all I care. It's not that physical place. Home isn't here. You've discovered home. You're not going home, meaning the familiar. You're going home within. I see you discovering that internal home space that really ignites you and inspires you to do things, to get your rights back, to get your human rights back. You're nobody's slave. You're not gonna sit here and pretend that reality is not stranger than fiction, because it is. It's bizarre, and there's a lot to learn and discover, and you are interested in doing that. You might wanna be, oh, look what was under the ghost hunters, the Holy Spirit. I just said that. With Andrew Tate hiding underneath that, it's like you're going from dysfunctional to the unknown, which is going to completely change your genetics. It's gonna alter your brain chemistry because you're gonna experience new things, and it's gonna feel so uncomfortable. It just feel like needles and pins and ugh. But you're out here hunting for, wow, that's kind of sad. Like, but it's beautiful sad. It's like the little ghost you. Like I say, this little version of you that's coming forth because it can't materialize physically, but it can corporealize. I don't know the word, but it's like non-matter, but it's there, and it's communicating to you to remind you how to reignite your imagination and to pull you back into a place where you do believe in luck, you do believe in chance, you do believe in fate and what is it? You're just not going home. Whatever that means to you, there's some physical place you're not going back to. You're going somewhere new. And this new place is going to reignite the imagination to get you rewired. You got to rewire the brain to get out of this disassociation. You know how long you've been disassociating? Probably most of your life. Because a long, long time ago, somebody stood over you and told you the way that you feel, think, and act and are is not in line with the mob, with the group, with the cult, with the structure, order, the Mason, what do they call them? The occult, you know, the dark ones. I don't know, the ones that have been pushing all the buttons to make us give us our cheese because we're the little rats in the maze, you know? You're like, I don't want the cheese anymore. I'm gonna climb through that hole. Watch me. Watch me open that hole one more time. That's what you said. You said, oh, I see you. I see you putting that cheese through the hole. I get it now. I don't want your cheese. I'm gonna climb out that hole. I'm seeing Kendrick, what's he say? I don't even know right now, but he says something like, what's he say? Oh, he says, I'ma break out and then hide. He goes, I'ma break out and then hide every lock. I can feel the changes. I can see the new energy. People just want to be famous. To me, that's a quick check. No disrespect. Let me say this. I am a sinner who's probably going to sin again. Lord, forgive me. You looked at the situation you were in and you decided you're no longer going to be insane. You're no longer going to play with these crazy people. And you also don't care what they do. Like, that's another thing about these people. Like, don't bother. Do you. Just, you might need a quiet exit. You might need a subtle, like, I'm done with this life, guys. It's a little bit awkward, but if I keep staying here, I'm gonna keep being angry and irate in traffic or at my kids or at my pet, at my plants, I don't know, your people. something, yourself. We need to also honor that. A lot of people don't give any love and credit to how much we attack ourselves. And in this dynamic, I really see that you no longer want to hurt yourself because you've cracked open your heart. You've really expanded something here. I felt a little defensive. I felt defensive. And now you're like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to feel really open and really relaxed and really expanded. And that's what you're going towards. What is the ant? I don't know why the ant's here. This is a really weird message. I apologize. I probably should have looked it up. But maybe, I think the most actually thing that I got from this was it does really remind me right now of another species, which we'll get into in another message. Right now, you need to get to a place of sanity. So that's what this message was about. I hope it helped. Everything you need to know about me, my book, my information, everything down below. Check it out. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.